Hello viewers, this is D.India.Focus.D.Biz. I am Sricharan with this Union Budget 2025. And this Union Budget will be analyzed by us viewers. It's hashtag budget with Sricharan. I have with me this evening, I have with me Manjunath Kopparan, having 22 years of experience and TDS related matters and now stepping into the new venture of making people create wealth joyfully. Because that's what the nation wants. Using their own venture called Devalangam Investments, a joy of wealth creation. Hello, sir. Welcome to this edition.
Hi, good morning, Sri Charan. It's great. After a long time we are meeting. It's a fifth consecutive budget analysis we are doing. That's a great thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's been my pleasure because every time I come before you, I ask you questions. The viewers get something out of it. They get the interest out of it. They get the knowledge out of it. Thanks a lot for joining me for the fifth consecutive year, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Let's hope we do it in a much better way now. Let's get in.
Sure, sir, sure. And now the most talking point before I get the views, before I get in my own personal aspect into this budget, I want to know the most talking point, no tax till 12 lakh. And TCS and TDS rationalized to a point. What do you think are the future and benefits of this?
First and the foremost, it was very long pending because every time we used to discuss about middle class and middle class was getting ignored. For the first time in last 11 years, this government has come up with the tax reforms which are beneficial for the middle class, because that exemption, it is not exemption which has been raised. Instead, the new tax regime with the new tax structure, and along with that, they are coming up with a new income tax bill, which is just 60% of what was there earlier. So it is easier to understand, easier to interpret, easier to implement, easier to accept also. So I think that is a big move that has come in. And with regard to the middle class income, what you spoke, the current structure, what has been proposed, gives the extra cash for everybody. It is not like higher people, higher tax income people get. No, it is not like that. From no tax to everybody will get a higher tax inflow. So where they get cash flow, which they can use for whatever they want. That is the advantage. Earlier, what used to happen, people were forced to invest in certain areas for taking tax benefit. It is not that way now. They have their own thought, they can implement. Some people want to spend it, some people want to invest it, some people want to plan for the future. That is how it will be. So that is the big change that has come in. And what is exactly there in the new budget, let us new bill, let us see in coming week, which they have proposed to do it in the coming week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As you said, the income tax bill is coming next week. A new bill of income tax is coming next week. And with that, I also would like to add a point which you said that the middle class wanted a. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, one thing I missed actually. You asked about TDS and TCS. See, TDS and TCS return, not only return, taxes rationalization was required because a person was just paying a rent of 2,20,000 or 2,40,000 was supposed to deduct the tax. Now it has been raised to 6 lakhs. And professionals with that income of just 50,000 rupees were supposed to get deducted, tax deducted. So these are rationalizations which has happened, and it benefits definitely many people. So that burden of tedious compliance for many small people has come down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As you said, the middle class wanted a bonanza, and the government has
Right.
given it to the greatest level. Because last time when we were
Correct.
discussing the same thing, you said me that after the interim budget, when we had a budget during the July-August period, you said me that
Yeah.
the government cannot give a lot in this budget; they'll be giving it in the next budget, and it proved
Yes.
to be right. And look at the numbers. 2012 and 13, we had 2 lakh tax-free income. The slab was to 2 lakh.
Right.
Now it's to 12
Yes.
lakh, which is almost 6x times higher. So look at the
Right.
level of the jump, the biggest jump in tax-free income has compared to 2012 and 13. And when you look at the capex, look at the capex. why capex is increasing is because the government has confidence that they will get it back, and the government has confidence that when will a person invest? When a person invests, he thinks that he can get it back the same way the government does. Look at the capex, highest capex since independence, with 11.21
Right.
lakh crores. 2013-14, it was 2.29 lakh crore. 2025-26,
Correct.
11.21 lakh crore. I want this video to be shared with people because we are giving numbers, viewers. It has been up by.
Can I add value to this? Can I
Sure,
add
sure, sir.
value to
Sure,
this?
sir.
See, one thing, what happens, especially capex. Capex is a long-term investment, and people or private sector cannot afford to invest for long. Whereas government has a higher possibility to invest for long term and give a benefit to many people. So it is the long term effect which will come into others benefit. Like private sector will get an added advantage if capital expenses of government is higher. That is one thing. It has been happening continuously, and 6x is not a small thing. That is wonderful actually.
Sir, the capex has increased by 389.52%. Look at the
Right.
capex change from 2013, that was before Prime Minister Modi came, and now FY 25-26. When you look at it, it's up by 389.52%. That's huge. Coming to the next question.
Yeah.
Now, the second question is about the tax on crypto is rising. But when we look
Right.
at another thing, the US market, as soon as we saw Donald Trump coming up as a president, we saw the highest transaction in crypto, breaking records, breaking records, all these things. Now, are we moving in the right direction when we put taxes on crypto, whereas US is not putting it? How do you look at this, sir?
See, one thing we have to accept is whatever US was doing was right for last century. But in current century, it may not be the same. Whatever the Asian countries will do, that will dominate the world. Okay, it may look stupidity at this point of time, but over the period, the decision taken by the US could be a problem for them, whereas the decision taken by India could add value to India. See, reason why crypto has to be taxed is it is see, government will get a control something which they can regulate. If they are not in a control of regulation through regulation, it becomes difficult to monitor that.
Correct.
So anything hard that happens cannot be controlled. That is a big problem which will happen. Whereas India is moving wisely with the structural changes. They may come up with something else. We don't know. We have come up with digital rupee now. In coming days, much higher than crypto might come.
Yes, yes, that's true. And when you spoke about Asia and India dominating, I would like to ask one more question to you, sir. When it comes to the market as well as the currency, Indian currency is going weak. That's what the US market is saying. That's what the financial and advisors are telling. The weak currency, which was to the lowest in the last 2 weeks, I guess it was to down to 87 or something, 86, 87.
Not its lifetime low.
Yeah, it's slightly improved
Lifetime low.
now. But do you think that weak currency is equal to weak economy? Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because since 2000, Indian currency is down by 45.6%. 45.6%. But GDP is up by 4 times since 2000. So how do you look at this? How do you look at the weak currency is equal to weak economy, or is it not?
No, weak currency is equal to weak economy will not come. First thing is any developing economy or a growing economy will a weak currency will add value through exports. More and more exports will happen. More money will come in. Whereas when a stagnation or a peak point comes in, that time this weak currency will create a problem. As of now in India, that won't be a problem because we are a growing economy with the innovation and a lot of new things which we are adding. We every time we spoke about UPI payments, okay, new technologies, see, and hydrogen. See, these are the things which will lead in coming days, and we will be exporters of all those. So considering all that, I don't think weak currency is equal to weak economy is the right thing. We can't judge directly like that.
Okay. So I'll just ask you another question regarding the same as we go through the budget. Markets were not happy yesterday because I didn't see a huge shift. And if possible, I'll ask my production team to get the visuals of the graph when
Okay.
Nirmala Sitharaman ji was speaking about the tax slab change. The stock market did not rise. It was actually falling down. It was like volatile. So how do you look at it, sir? Do you
See,
and
one thing in
one more
market,
question, sir. Adding to that, one more question. How do you look at the Monday's market?
see, let me tell you about something interesting about markets always. See, market is always ahead of other economy by 4 to 6 months. Always.
Okay.
It is always ahead. So whatever you are seeing today, that may not be the reality.
Okay.
Okay, this is, for example, if you see from 2020, when COVID happened, from there, continuous rise has been there. 4 years of continuous rise. This is the longest bull run which has come in after 2003. Okay, first thing. Second, when the markets start falling, it doesn't mean it is a crash. It is a correction. See, in the process of moving up, everything moves. In the process of fall, it is like a weak will fall more, stronger will fall less. That is how it works. If you see, especially last 1 year, market has been rising, but circular, what is called sector-wise allocation was happening. Some
Yes.
stocks were getting crashed, some were rising. It was like the same thing will happen for another 2 months. And after that, most probably by March or May, the real scene of the market and the rise will start.
Okay.
I believe Monday or coming 2 months, it will be still, there will be a correction of time correction basically.
Okay. So I would like to ask you one more question as to as we were speaking about the stock market. Last week, US stock
Mm.
market got crashed because of the DeepSeek, the Chinese AI
Mm.
model. Now, India is
Right.
investing in AI for 500 crores on Center for Excellence in AI. So, do you think,
Mm.
because last week when I was speaking about the same thing, I said we need something like ChatGPT, we need something like DeepSeek. So, do you think this is a process of building something like that? Is government funding for that?
Yeah, government is trying hard for that because they have been always giving funds for innovation and startups. Okay, startups are also experimenting because the startup culture like US Silicon Valley culture has started in last 5 years or 7 years. Okay, because of that only we have already got many new innovations. But coming years, they have extended the tax benefit for next 5 years also. So we will come up with much newer thing which has been never thought of. India always works on something which is beyond others' expectation. I believe in that. Not like copying whatever is happening. DeepSeek or ChatGPT is one part which is already there, but there might be something big which can be regulated and helpful for India will be a new innovation that I am looking at, and I think our startup culture will come up with such ideas.
Sure, sir, sure. Because that's what the government is focusing. That's what Prime Minister Modi is focusing. We need startups, we need entrepreneurs who can build India. That's what our focus has been.
Right.
And I would like to ask you one more question. Question is when it comes to health, education and healthcare, how do you look at it? How has the government invested into the healthcare and education, and how important is it?
See, education has been a priority because we are a young nation, so education will add value to India. That is for sure, no doubt. And moreover, especially critical areas like medical education, engineering, all that through IITs. See, the number of seats for IITs or medical has been increasing, and in medical it has been almost doubled, and they want to add another 10,000 seats, and they want to add IIT colleges again. So these are good things which are happening. And apart from that, if these things happen, the strength of youngsters, especially critical areas, will go up. and that leads to more innovation. Okay, same way, and with regard to the medical equipments, medical treatment, and medicines, there has been a gradual reduction of import duty or a slashing of rates. So that is happening in medicines and this one instruments, especially critical medical medicines. Okay, critical medicines, like especially if you see stem, what is called stents.
Yes.
Stents. Okay, it was reduced almost 25%. So same thing is happening now also. They have proposed for that. That is a good sign.
As you said, sir, why I asked this question was because education sector is getting rupees 1.28 lakh crores, which is a boost of 6.65%. So I thought this would add it up, this would sum it up. So that's the reason I asked the question. Now my last question to you is, sir, your report card out of 10. 1 would be the least, 10 would be the highest. How would you rate it?
See, Nirmala madam has been very consistent in the range of 7 to 8, always. And this time also, I can give 8.5. Reason is because they have answered for the first time middle class.
Yes.
So that's why I'm giving, and in India, middle class is very high in numbers. Okay, so I will give 8.5. And why I am giving 8.5 is one more reason is the Income Tax Act, which we were carrying from the British era, has been modified. Okay, and coming up with a new bill. It is not a modification bill. It is a new bill, totally a new bill. So lot of things, especially criminalization. See, for small things, it was a criminalization was there. If you don't pay TDS taxes, you are taken under criminal activities. It was not like that. It was because British mindset was like that to punish people. Now it is an Indian mentality. So it is like support people for growth. I think that is a great thing which is happening. And moreover, budget has become, I think, 30 to 40% relevant for a whole year, whereas 60 to 70% regularly they are coming up with new things. That is this government's regular updation or new things they announce. It has been continuous activity or continuous announcements, not only through budget. That is the thing which is I appreciate about this actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even I feel that because we were asking for something for middle class, the budget has given everything for middle class. Middle class is happy, people are happy. So I thought this budget will surely have that sentiment of the middle class. I don't call this an election-based budget because there are election states which is focused on, but
Yes.
every government will do that for the sake of winning. But it was more of a middle class budget, middle class oriented budget. That's what I look at. Thanks a lot for joining me, sir. And
One more thing,
sure, sure,
especially
sure.
with regard to taxation, what is happening is, see, it is a new tax regime. People should be cautious. See, all are your whatever you do investments. When you withdraw, there will be a taxation which will be applicable because now they are exact. It will not fall under taxes, but when you withdraw, there will be a taxes. Don't be in a blindfold because taxes you can't escape. It is the time which will change. It was earlier. Now taxes were taken in immediately. Now it has been postponed. That's it. But one important thing is you have an option to do whatever you want. That is the one advantage which I see very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thanks a lot for joining me in this wonderful budget session. Thanks a lot for joining me, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sri Charan, and it was great speaking to you always as usual. Okay.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And all the best for your investments, your new venture. So all the very best, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sri Charan. I'll do my
Thank you.
best on that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Until the next time I meet you all, signing off. Sri Charan. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching me. Want to create wealth joyfully and get investment tips? Contact us.